तो हेलो आप सभी का एक नए रिएक्शन वीडियो में स्वागत है। तो आज हम करेंगे रिएक्ट आई अप्रोच 1000 वुमेन्स इन 1000 डेज। एक यूट्यूब वीडियो है तो मुझे इंटरेस्टिंग लगा तो उस पर सोचा रिएक्ट कर ले। बीइंग ए सिंगल आई रिएक्ट ऑन दिस वीडियो। डायरेक्टली वीडियो की तरफ बढ़ते हैं। पूरा 90 मिनट्स का यानी ऑलमोस्ट 20 मिनट्स का वीडियो है तो काफ़ी बड़ा वीडियो बन जाएगा मेरे चैनल पे। ये निकोलेटी करके यूट्यूबर है, उसका ये वीडियो है, ऑलमोस्ट 14 लाख व्यूज़ है। देखते कुछ बढ़िया ही होगा तो डायरेक्टली वीडियो की तरफ बढ़ते हैं इन 3 2 1 लेट्स गो।
Alright guys, on a college campus, and I decided to do this video when it's very cold. Very cold. But we here, no excuses.
हमको
And
तो नहीं पता यार ठंडी वंडी के बारे में।
kind of in my head
इधर
right now.
ठंडी होती है,
And you know what, this is a
सुबह
good
पड़ती है सिर्फ।
segue to the first point of the video. Here's the first thing I learned. This is right off the top of the head. You're not always going to be in a social mood, and that's something that you have to work up to. You have to rip the band-aid off. And honestly, this is
Okay.
probably number one. And a lot of people don't know this, but the number
हमें तो
one
पता
thing
नहीं है।
that I've learned approaching 1,000 women in 1,000 days, or just
Okay.
honestly just approaching strangers consistently, is social skills. And approaching is a skill. Literally, you build momentum as you do it. So right now, you know, I just got out of bed. I haven't talked to any strangers today. I actually haven't talked to anybody today. So I'm not going to
Okay.
be as social as after I talk to 10 strangers, which I will do in this video.
बराबर।
So,
Okay.
drink this Celsius. It's not a sponsored video, but it would be great if they could, you know, just pay me. You know, it is what it is.
ये पी रहा है क्या? अल्कोहल पी रहा
I'm creating
है? ये
video
बोलना भी
with
यूट्यूब पे
the
अलाउड
first person I'm talking to today, so I'm like trying to get in the groove of everything. Can I ask you a simple question for my YouTube video?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, awesome. All right, so the topic approaching strangers, talking to strangers, social skills. How many people do you talk to a day?
I would say
Strangers.
Strangers?
Yeah.
It depends on my mood. Like if I'm like maybe in like an elevator.
ये उसका
or
thumbnail
at the gym and I'm just like pumped up, ready to go, then like I'll talk to them.
You seem like a social person.
Really?
Yeah, you seem like
What,
you're
defines a
extroverted.
social person?
You're not afraid of social interaction. Like you're not afraid to walk up to a stranger and say hi.
Well, neither do you, for real. What makes you
I'm
want to
not.
do this video?
So, I have a YouTube channel.
जो कमेंट्स आते हैं ना इंस्टाग्राम पे ब्रो इट्स
It's been a travel channel for a long
1000
time,
introverts
but I'm trying to shift
at
into
lunch or ऐसा कुछ।
self-improvement, and a big part of my journey has been learning how to talk to strangers, like getting out of the introvert headspace and trying to become an extrovert. So,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
awesome.
and I do coaching and I create courses on social skills. So, yeah, cool.
वैसा बहुत कुछ कर रहा है।
Well,
What was your name?
Nico,
Nico? Kirsten.
Kirsten, awesome, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your YouTube called? I want to look it up after.
जुगाड़ मैंने फाइनल ढूंढ लिया फोन रखने के लिए।
Nicoletti. Are you Latino, by the way?
Filipino.
Filipino. Okay, cool. I would have. My second guess was gonna be like half Asian.
Yeah, I always get like Hawaiian or.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mexican.
That's cool.
What about
Have you been to Hawaii?
I have.
अबे यार ये इंटरेस्टिंग लगा था मेरे को। ये तो बस स्लो पेसिंग है इसकी।
Well, I mean, people know. There's a lot of.
रील्स ने पहले ही दिमाग खराब करके रखा।
Like right now.
अपना ये क्या बोलते हैं उसको,
Do you know what my ethnic background?
वीडियो देखने का
Guessing.
रिटेंशन वो पहले ही कम हो गया अपना।
Most people guess Mexican when I'm here in.
मैं भी पहले
Universal,
सीरीज वगैरह बहुत
but,
देखता
like
था।
if I'm in somewhere else. No, I'm actually Brazilian. No, I wish I was Brazilian. I'm actually half Taiwanese. So and then half Italian.
अच्छा इससे पॉज होता है।
Wait, no.
मुझे नहीं
Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's cool.
good luck.
Cool. Do you have Instagram? Love to go to your
I
IG.
do have a boyfriend, but.
You do? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I'll see you around. I'm gonna be here
You said
Mhm.
a lot. Nico.
Nicoletti.
Yeah. All right, Kirsten.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks for stopping. All right, guys. So, don't take rejections personally. That's actually what I have written down for number one.
बराबर
Now,
बराबर
I asked for her Instagram.
Very good
a
lesson,
second
yeah.
ago. And,
नहीं लेंगे
it's sort of
personally.
a flirty vibe. And she literally stopped and talked to me for like 5, 10, almost 15 minutes. I'm not going to take it personally.
Okay.
Notice how at the end, after she said no, after she was like, oh, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend, I don't let it drop my mood. I'm not like butthurt about it. I'm not sad. I'm not going to be feeling any type of way.
Okay, well,
That's cool.
good luck.
Cool. Do you have Instagram? Love to go to your
I
IG.
do have a boyfriend.
You do?
Wow.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
one thing I've learned is there's no such thing as a rejection. It's all about
बराबर,
logistics,
okay.
where the person's at. Maybe they're just having a bad day. Maybe they literally have a boyfriend. Like, maybe they just don't want to give their Instagram out. I frame what you do is in any approach, you frame it as okay, for example, she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend." In the past, what I would have done, I would have been like, "Oh, what's up, man? You seem cool. Can I ask you a question?"
Sure.
Dude, how do you take rejection? If you walk up to a girl and you say hi, and you get rejected, how do you react? How do you react to a
Important
rejection?
यार
Like,
इसके
oh,
भाव
sorry,
से
I
ही
have
पता
a
चला।
boyfriend kind of thing.
If it's just a public one and
Yeah.
I'm just in public, like I'm just shooting my shot, then
Yeah.
I won't take it too bad.
Yeah.
But if it's like a girl that I've been, going out on dates with and stuff like that, and we develop something, I've like kind of set it up in my mind, like, you know what I mean? Then I'll take it more seriously.
That's an authentic answer.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Are you a YouTuber? Or
I'm a
something?
YouTuber and I do coaching and I'm creating a course right now. Well, this is just a video and I'm
Nice.
shooting a video all about how to approach strangers, how to overcome rejection,
Nice.
things like that. But I wanted to do it here so I could like ask people questions.
Cool.
And spice it up a little.
Well, good
That was a good answer though.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm kind of ADHD. I'm seeing people. I want to interview them. But
चील
notice
मारते
how
मारते मस्त
at the
वीडियो
end when she didn't give me her Instagram, I didn't say I didn't make it a big deal. I don't want it to ruin my mood.
बराबर बराबर
I really don't care. And this actually leads to number 2. Outcome dependence. Anytime you're talking to any stranger, anywhere,
आउट अच्छा
it's
आउटकम
kind of a paradox because on
डिपेंडेंट
one hand,
डिपेंड्स अपॉन
yes, you want maybe an outcome. You might want a date. You might want to get a number. You might want to make a friend. You might have an outcome. But while you're talking to a stranger, you have to put that in the back of your head. You can't think
अच्छा
in your head while
expectation
you're
रख के
approaching a
मत
stranger,
करो,
talking to
ऐसा
somebody of the outcome. Because people are going to feel it like, oh, this person has an agenda.
आउटकम
When you talk to somebody, it should be
को
strictly
सोचते हुए
about
किसी
the
को
vibe.
अप्रोच मत
Hey,
करो और
I'm just
किसी से
trying to
बात मत
vibe. I'm just trying
यही
to,
कह रहे हो
I'm just trying to make friends. And that is the key. So, all right, guys. Number 2, never judge a book by its cover. This is actually a big one for me. I remember this was like the first thing I learned back like 5-6 years ago.
पॉइंट्स लिख के आया भाई
I made it a challenge. I approached 5 strangers a day, and this was like me breaking out of my
Oh.
introvert space and
ये कौन सी
becoming
book
a
में है
social
शायद
group. So what I did was I approached 5 strangers a day, and this is the number one thing I learned from doing that. Never judge a book by its cover. I would walk up to girls, someone I found attractive, and they would literally have the meanest face you could imagine, like look literally like this, and I was just like, fuck, I would just be so scared, nervous. I would walk up anyways, say what's up. This is a good example right here. Oh, excuse me. I just wanted to say, you look absolutely gorgeous, and I shouldn't make it too busy. Hey, sorry, this is kind of awkward. I can't hear you. Oh, come through. Oh, dude, please, I would love it. So, dude, I'm making a video. I'm a YouTuber, and it's all about social
that's
dynamics.
awesome. Okay.
And I was trying to make a point there to show that not everybody is going to be receptive. Some people are going to reject you.
No,
That's
I've been
okay.
I've kind
And
of
you
been
don't
noticing that,
take it
yeah.
personally. So I'm making a video. I have all the list of things I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm on like point number 2, which is never judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
Some people are gonna have a mean face. Some people
Yeah.
are gonna like they look like they're in a bad mood.
Yeah.
When you say hi, their face lights up.
Lightens up,
You just-
man.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
Some people you can
Oh.
tell they're
Yeah.
freaking happy. They're a good person, and that's like you. What's your name, man?
Ashton,
Ashton.
what's your name?
Nico, man.
Nico,
Have
nice
you,
to meet you.
Have you always been a social extrovert? Because not everybody
No.
literally like is like, yo, can I be in
Absolutely.
your interview? Can I be on camera? Can I say what's up? Like, dude, that's so cool, man.
So, actually, no. When I was little, I was super introverted. I would never talk to anybody. And really,
क्या मैं सही हूँ या गलत हूँ मुझे नहीं पता लेकिन स्कूल हमें इंट्रोवर्ट बना देता है या फिर चुप रहो बी क्वाइट ऐसा करके इंट्रोवर्ट थोड़ा बना देता है तो फिर गर्ल्स के साइड में मत बैठो ऐसा करके
Yeah.
अभी रीजंस है अभी तो
It's an IVF.
बहुत से रीजंस होंगे उस चीज़ के लिए पास्ट में भी होंगे लेकिन मुझे नहीं पता मुझे ऐसा लगता है पर्सनली इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्रैक्टिस राइट बात करना किसी से या फिर सोशली बात करना मैं भी खुद इंट्रोवर्ट हूँ मैं तो मतलब गेस्ट वगैरह आते तो मैं खुद अपने रूम में चला आता हूँ
astronomy class, had no idea who she was, and then now it's, she helps me with my homework, so it works out pretty well.
Damn.
Wow.
But no, I
That's
haven't
cool,
always
man.
been social, but no, it's
But
really
so video
Yeah.
is something that brought you out of your shell
absolutely. Me and
Me
my
as
best
well.
friend
That's
did
cool.
YouTube videos when we were little. Got up to 300 subscribers at one point.
Hell
and it
yeah,
was a
dude.
blast, man.
Dude,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
300
so
subscribers.
awesome, man.
You're out here making a YouTube. That is so.
Yeah.
अपना 16 है
I was so
बढ़ाओ
my
यार
idea
बढ़ाओ
was like,
क्या
I'm
कर
gonna
रहे हो
shoot this
सब्सक्राइब
video
करो
at home.
Yeah.
Look at what's
I
happening.
mean, the
right now,
interactions
I'm
you're having,
interacting
yeah.
with people. It's
Almost 9 minutes का
positive.
वीडियो
She was
बना
kind of like, what do you want?
Almost 9 minutes का वीडियो हो चुका है
And I'm like, okay.
भी
For
देखते
sure.
So,
And
you
most
gotta-
people, they're uncomfortable in front of a camera, but
Yeah.
like act like it's not there.
हम्म मैं भी हूँ वैसे देखा जाए तो
Long hair, he looked awesome.
Wait, did I approach him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He, rainbow shirt on.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was
he's-
cool. He had a really good
was
answer.
Awesome.
A really
Yeah.
great answer.
We were
yeah.
watching. We're like, oh shit, I want to get in that.
That's
like,
cool, man.
yeah. Sorry for interrupting.
No,
but
thank you for interrupting.
Yeah,
That was
no
good,
problem.
man. You added value to the video.
Thank you.
I
It was nice
appreciate
meeting you, man.
Nice to meet you as well. All right, guys.
Hmm.
We're on a roll here. So, number 2, don't judge a book by its cover. This was actually a good example because, okay, I literally just got rejected. She was a bit uncomfortable on the camera. As I'm walking back to the camera, I see someone in the building like waving. And my first instinct was, oh, they probably want me to stop recording. I first had a negative reaction. I was like, oh, I'm scared. What's gonna happen? I can't hear you. Oh, come through. But in reality, they wanted to be on camera. So you never know. You literally never know. I've had so many experiences where people have, like you said, resting bitch face, and you walk up to them, and they end up being the coolest person in the world.
इतना
and
गाली
then
दे
you end
रहे
up
हैं
making a
क्या
friend.
मैं इसे वीडियो पे रख सकता हूँ
Now,
मुझे नहीं पता
in general,
वैसे भी इसके वीडियो
to
का
play
इसका
devil's advocate to this, I try to approach people who
Oh,
look
devil's
approachable,
advocate.
like that guy, who are smiling, happy to be on camera, and you can kind of just tell that they're in a good mood. You know, sometimes you can tell when someone's in a bad mood, but I try not to judge. The number one thing I've learned from approaching a lot of strangers in the last 5 or 6 years is you just don't know people until you say what's up to them. You don't know what they're going through, and then what he said was
Okay,
really
बराबर
true.
है
You kind of learn that everybody's human. The more people you talk to, you kind of figure out, okay, you know, everyone is human. Everyone goes through some of
वैसे
the same
देखा जाए
things.
तो हम क्लिक
You
बेट ही
kinda
हो
get more
चुके हैं
empathy for
क्योंकि
other
1000
people.
लड़के से तो
So,
वो बात नहीं कर रहा है 1000 दिन
that's number 2.
लेकिन उसने किया
Don't judge a
होगा
book by its cover.
ओवरऑल अपने
Let's
मतलब
drink this.
जो भी वो बात कर रहा है
Let's see what is on number 3.
क्लिक बेट था
This is a
टाइटल भी
really
क्लिक
good one.
बेट
Clear about intentions. Now, this
But
is
well,
actually
yeah,
an
we are
example
watching this
with
video.
the girl that was a little bit thrown off. So I
और
walked up
कुछ
to
तो
her,
सीखने को मिला
absolutely gorgeous,
ये तो मैं
and
बहुत
she saw
लूंगा
the camera. Immediately she thought, what are your intentions?
Okay.
Hey, sorry, this is kind of awkward. And that is the number one thing that you'll probably run into when approaching strangers is since they don't know you,
व्हाट इज योर इंटेंशन
they don't know what your intention is.
Right.
Sometimes you won't even know what your intention is. Now, when I say that is, what I mean by that is you have to be
Scary.
very clear on what your intention
Acha.
is. And right now, my
Okay.
intention is to make a good video. So I do have a bit of an outcome. But usually when I'm not recording and I walk up to somebody, whenever I'm in a good mental space, the best way to do it is have the intention of just having a nice conversation and just vibing. That
okay.
turns people on, and yeah, that's the number one thing. So one thing I like to do whenever I'm approaching a stranger
और
is
गाड़ी
I
बड़ी
like
जा
to
रही
literally tell them my intention if I see that they have any
फुटपाथ ही है ना वो
doubt. So for example,
ये रोड है
I'm gonna approach some strangers here and I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm making a video. My goal is to make it more interesting by talking to strangers. Do you want to be in the video? Now they know my intention and they will there's no doubt, there's no like shadiness, you know, they know exactly why I'm doing it. I'm making a YouTube video about talking to strangers and you know, I want to make it more interesting. I was wondering, could I have you all in my video for like 2 seconds? All right, let's do it. Here, come on over here. What is the number one thing that okay, wait, hold on. I see I came I'm unprepared right now.
Are we being recorded right now?
Technically no, because the frame's right here. Do you want to be on camera?
Sorry.
Is that okay?
Do I just look kind of rough today?
You look kind of rough. All right, so how old are you guys?
19.
19, 20? All right. How many strangers do you approach in one day?
तो नेटफ्लिक्स सही दिखाता है क्या 1920 वाले ऐसे ही दिखते हैं यार
I love talking to
हमारे यहाँ नहीं दिखते
You do?
हमारे यहाँ मेरे से भी
So you're super
ऐसे
extroverted.
बिना
What is one
दाढ़ी
tip
मूछे
you would
वाले
give
हाँ।
on how to
अब
approach a
दाढ़ी
stranger.
वाले भी दिखते हैं
Like,
आजकल.
because I feel like a lot of times it's hard, you know, like you might be in your head, you know, might not feel social, you might get rejected. How do you overcome that?
I always start with a compliment, you know, because then you can kind of gauge how extroverted they are based on their response.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. So you give a compliment, and if they're like super receptive,
Compliment,
like,
okay.
oh, thank you so much, you know that they're open to more
फोन
conversation.
से ही रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है.
That's
अच्छी बात है.
great advice.
माइक अच्छा है
Cool.
उसका.
Yeah.
Are you a super extroverted
हाँ,
person
दूर
as
से
well?
भी पकड़ रहा है वो.
It depends.
Check.
I guess like at work I can be. I talk to a lot of strangers, but like
Are you like a waitress or?
yes.
Okay.
So I do have to talk to a lot of people.
Mm.
I'd say it's easier to talk to strangers, like just because you have no idea what they're like. So sometimes you get great conversations out of that.
ऐड भी देख. ऐड मेरे को ये स्किप करना पड़ेगा.
Like just
ये
because
हटाना
you
पड़ेगा
have no
वीडियो से.
idea what they're like. So sometimes you get great conversations out of that.
Oh man, I am a bit nervous. I am a bit out of the zone here, like I usually would. But that was great advice, actually. You give a compliment and you see how receptive they are. That's another thing. I try not to force conversation. If like people are nervous and people aren't cool, kind of just leave them where they're at. Like okay, they're not receptive. Last point. All right, so
फोर्स नहीं करना
notice
चाहिए
how
conversation.
when I
अगर
first
वो
approached them,
सामने
I
वाला
told them
comfortable नहीं.
exactly
Stranger,
what my
obviously.
intentions were. And I noticed this. I learned this a lot while doing interviews. If they don't know why you're doing it,
मुझे लगा 1000
then
लड़कियां
they
देखने को.
are usually more turned off. But when you tell them exactly why you're doing it in a clear,
Not in a bad way, in a good.
or
Okay,
if you
in a
just
good.
walk up to a girl and you're just like,
सीखने को मिलेगा.
I think
ऐसा
it's
लगा
cute.
मेरे को. लेकिन ये भी अच्छा है.
It's a lot more
मतलब ये भी
clear.
कुछ
They know
सीखने
your
को मिल रहा है.
intention.
अच्छा है सीखने
So
को.
I try to make my intentions clear. Whether it be, hey, I'm just sometimes when I go out at night, I'll literally say this. I'll be like, yo, I'm trying to get out of my head. I don't feel very social right now, so I'm walking up to you guys and I'm talking to strangers. People are usually pretty open to that. They're like, oh, okay, well, he's trying to be social. Cool. They'll let you know if they're cool with that. All right, number 4, logistics. Now, this is a huge thing I learned when approaching strangers. It's more dependent on what they're going through, how their day is going, than what you say. Now, like I said, you have to make your intentions clear, you have to be sociable, but sometimes they're just in a rush for class. Sometimes they're having a bad day. Sometimes it's just the wrong maybe they're out with their boyfriend and you don't even know that. He's like grabbing a drink or something and you say hi. She's not going to be as receptive. Or sometimes she's with her family and she's not open to talking to strangers. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's just the logistics. So learning what I've learned approaching a lot of strangers is being
in
more
short.
socially aware of what the logistics are. I've written down is volume. Now, what do I mean by volume? One thing I've learned, I mean, unless I'm out of the zone, kind of like I am now,
ये वीडियो तो अच्छा है, लेकिन अगर मेरे वीडियो में भी इसी वीडियो जैसे कोई क्लिक करता है तो वो कुछ अलग एक्सपेक्टेशन लेके आएगा शायद. थंबनेल और ये देखिए टाइटल देखिए और उससे कुछ अलग मिल जाएगा. क्लिक बेट करना कहा था. There is a thin line between clickbait and actually delivering what is in the thumbnail. अभी मैं skeptical हूँ इसे अपलोड करोगे.
I like to be in places where there's a lot of people because it's hard to become a social person.
कर ही दूंगा
It's hard to
शायद.
practice your social skills
अभी इतना रिकॉर्ड कर दिया
there's
मैंने पूरा
literally
20
like
मिनट से
not
भी
enough
ज़्यादा.
people because you only get a couple. You
So
only
it
get
is
so many
not
shots.
advisable to
When
not
it comes to talking to girls,
upload it.
after a while, let's say you go into a bar or something and there's literally like one cute girl there. You get one shot and that's it. Compared to if there's like 10, 20, 30, you can keep on trying, you can get better, you can build momentum, and that's the key. And as I'm wrapping up, it's freezing, so I'm actually gonna walk back to my car as I make
काफी हद
point
तक सही है
number
क्या
5.
मतलब इतने
And
लोगों
as I
से
said
बात करना.
earlier,
मुझे नहीं
right
पता,
now
आप
I'm
बताइए
nervous,
मुझे.
I'm kind of in my head. I'm not really as social as I usually am. But one thing that I've learned, and this is huge, is that you kind of have to accept how you feel in any social interaction. You can't let that stop you. For example, right now I feel nervous, but I can still walk up and approach. I can still get out of my head. I can still talk to people. You have to accept where you're at. Whatever you're feeling, you have to accept it where you're at. And that is actually a key to overcoming it, is just going through the motions of it. You know, if you wait until you feel social, you're just never going to approach.
वही
although
वाला
if you do
हिसाब
it,
है
it's
कि
going to be like
मैं
once a
गाड़ी
month.
तभी बाहर निकालूंगा
So
जब सब
sometimes you
ग्रीन
just have to
जब
accept where
सब
you're at.
सिग्नल ग्रीन हो जाएंगे,
And
तो वही वाला हिसाब बताया।
I think people react better to when you're
तो
more
चाहो
congruent.
करो
That's
और
the
बाद में
word.
सोचो,
Congruent
ऐसा
to
भी
how
नहीं
you
है,
feel.
थोड़ा सोचो और बाद
So
में करो, लेकिन सोचते हैं
that's
मतलब
huge. And then the
दैट
last
इज
thing I'll leave you with,
अंडरलाइंग स्टेटमेंट।
however you feel, people feel as well. So for example, if I'm in an amazing mood, I just ran, got a good workout in, life is good, I'm feeling great, people are going to feel that as well. People feel what you feel, and people feed off the energy that you put out. So how you feel is more important than anything else. So for example,
एनर्जी की
if
बात
you're
है,
having a
अच्छी बात है।
great day,
रणवीर के
you could turn around
पॉडकास्ट में
most
भी
bad
बहुत बात
moods.
है
Like some people could
एनर्जीज की
be,
एक्सचेंज ऑफ एनर्जी
they
सुना,
could look mean, they could
मुझे
look like
इतना
they're
तो
in a
पता नहीं,
bad
लेकिन
mood,
हाँ
but the
लोगों
fact
को
that you
देख कर
feel
आप
so
समझ जाते हैं
amazing,
कौन खुश है कौन
it's going to
है,
make
तो ट्रांसफर
your
करते
next
हो
day way
आप
better.
वो।
So yeah, guys, those are all the things that I've learned. I hope you enjoyed this video that I shot in
हाँ
the
एंजॉय
freezing
तो किया,
cold.
काफी सीखने को भी
Uh,
मिला,
yeah,
लेकिन
guys, stay
सच
tuned
में
for the
जो
next one,
डिलीवर
okay?
कर रहे हैं वो लिख देते तो अच्छा
Peace.
होता। ओके, आई गॉट क्लिकबेटेड, लेकिन फिर भी अच्छा था वीडियो, इतना भी बुरा नहीं था, लेकिन लॉन्ग था। मेरा वीडियो कितने लोग देखेंगे मेरा मेरे नहीं पता, लेकिन फिर भी मुझे इंटरेस्टिंग लगा। पहले तो थंबनेल और टाइटल से इंटरेस्टिंग लगा था, अब वीडियो देखने के बाद एक अलग वे में इंटरेस्टिंग लगा। तो अगर मेरी तरह हो तो ऑब्वियसली आप देख सकते हो इसे और कुछ सीख सकते हो इससे, और सीखना भी है तो ऑब्वियसली प्रैक्टिस करो और ट्राई करो, तभी हो पाएगा। तो मैं और क्या बताऊँ, मतलब वीडियो में तो वेल एक्सप्लेन किया है उन्होंने कि डोंट जज अ बुक बाय इट्स कवर, और बस जाके बोल दो। सिचुएशंस पे डिपेंड होता है, लोगों के मूड पे डिपेंड होता है, और क्या, और बस ये लॉजिस्टिक वगैरह उन्होंने समझाया जो, तो वही है। बीइंग एन इंट्रोवर्ट मैं यही कहूँगा कि हाँ, थोड़े बहुत पॉइंट से मैं एग्री करता हूँ। हम दिमाग में ज़्यादा सोचते हैं कि सामने वाला क्या बोलेगा, या फिर कुछ बुरा बोल देंगे, इससे अच्छा कि चुप रहे तो ही अच्छा है। तो वही वाली चीज़ है, तो वही वाली चीज़ वो समझा रहे थे, एक काफ़ी हद तक उन्होंने समझाई। तो आप बताइए मुझे वीडियो कैसा लगा, और इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियोस आने वाले हैं, तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके रखिए, और मैं मिलता हूँ आपको ऐसे किसी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय।